One of the protesters had to say to the camera as the demonstration escalated.
We're outside the Democratic Party headquarters because this party claims to be on the side of life.
Officers are making arrests.
I know of a couple of protesters who spent a couple of years in jail for protesting. Can the cameraman stand still? I mean, is he just moving for dramatic effects or something like that? Bruh, just stand still, man. We want to see what's going on, bruh. That's why we sent you out there without tax money to go ahead and record this joint, man. Just stand still, bruh.
That is an insight into some of the chaos that unfolded in...
Why she gotta look so intoxicating? Like, she looks seductive reporting the news. You're not supposed to look seductive reporting the news. Am I being a feminist, chauvinistic by saying that? Maybe, because I know she's just there to do her job. She can't handle that she looks, like she looked. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's for some strange reason. I don't know when it happened. Probably happened like 10 years ago, where the news reporters just look like God. You know what I mean? News reporters look like something else. But she's dressed professionally, but her eyes says she got bedroom eyes, all right? Misogyny, there you go. Misogyny, that's what it is. Misogynistic, I'm being misogynistic at the moment, but not on purpose. See, that's the part. I'm not being misogynistic on purpose. Listen, look at her and you tell me if you can pay attention to the protests.
In DC, pro-Palestine activists clashed with police on Wednesday night as they demanded a ceasefire in Gaza.
You see this? That's bedroom eyes. No, she's no Emily Compagno. She's definitely not no Emily Compagno, but those are bedroom eyes, I'll tell you that right now.
This is what police were up against.
Get back, guys.
She was saying, the police were saying, get back now, get back now. And then the black lady was like, F you, F you, F you.
This is what one of the protesters had to say to the camera as the demonstration escalated.
We are outside the DNC. We're outside the Democratic Party headquarters because this party claims to be on the side of life and peace and equality. And we're saying that we want them to live up to their values and oppose this horrific war and call for a ceasefire now. And we're being...
This lady right here is passionate about what she's out there for. She's saying, look, y'all claim to be for the people. Well, what you gonna do? We need for y'all to make a call right now and get them to stop all the bang, bang, boom, boom, all the boom and bangs. We need y'all to stop that. And all it takes is just one phone call from y'all. Y'all need to do that. That's why we've been voting for y'all for all this time. And all these people are at the DNC headquarters, and a great majority of them are Democrats. And now they're pissed off that the DNC won't do what they want them to do because they really believe that when we say do it, y'all better do it. When we say jump, y'all better say how high.
By the police shoving anti-war activists down the stairs, shoving peaceful protesters back with their bikes. And because our party that 80% of us want a ceasefire, would rather beat up protesters.
Hold on.
Ain't nobody beating up protesters. See that right there? If you're out there being disruptive, you signed up for that. Like, if I'm going to stand here and the police is saying don't move, and I'm like, no, F you, I'm not going anywhere. I might get choked. I might get pushed. I might catch an elbow to the back. I might get into a little chokehold. I don't know. Whatever come from it, it's going to be like finding that little toy in a box of Cracker Jacks. It's going to be like, you don't know what you're going to get. But when you get what you get, accept it. Accept it and keep it moving. You might get your tail beat, but you're not going to die. That's a good thing.
One second.
The scenes in DC became so tense and so ugly, Congress members had to be evacuated. California Congressman Brad Sherman shared his experience, describing the protesters as violent and pro-terrorist. He posted to X, was just evacuated from the DNC after pro-terrorist, anti-Israel protesters grew violent, pepper spraying police officers and attempting to break into the building. Thankful to the police officers who stopped them and for helping me and my colleagues get out safely.
So he said that they was protest. They was pepper spraying the police officers. Whoa. All right. Giving them a piece of their own medicine. We not playing. We come to get y'all. Yeah. Was this an insurrection? Okay. Never mind.
Apparently, these pro-Hamas demonstrators want Republicans to prevail in the next congressional election. Police released a statement pleading with members of the public to stay away while officers made arrests. Part of the statement says, right now our officers are working to keep back approximately 150 people who are illegally and violently protesting in the area. Officers are making arrests. All members have been evacuated from the area. Please stay away from the area.
A lot of these people, though, man, they just want to be able to be arrested for it. They want to have it on their resume that, you know, I stood for something and we all went to jail together. Yeah, man, we was locked up. Guys, fall back, because I know of a couple of protesters who spent a couple of years in jail for protesting because they ran up into a building and got escorted around by the police, being that they came into the building under, it was representing somebody who the country wants you to believe is the worst person ever, the worst president ever. They want you to believe that. They arrested them for a long time. It wasn't just an in and out type of situation. Like, I'm going to jail with all of us protesters are about to get into a paddy wagon. Yeah, we really fought and we fought for something. Now we get to go to jail and spend a night and get out and it be nothing. You know what I mean? It's just no big deal. Nah. That's not happening nowadays, guys. You might get your ass beat, and if you do, hey man, just take it, because you was out there disrupting. That's a protest. You might get your tail beat. You know what I mean? Just might.
While this was unfolding, the Israeli Defense Force released a video walking through Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, showing what they say is evidence it was used as a base by Hamas. An officer toured the building in the 7-minute video, showing weapon caches and grab bags filled with ammunition.
Yeah, this one right here is crazy. They said inside of the hospital in Gaza, they saw a whole bunch of bags that was ready bags. If a lot of the Palestinian soldiers were inside of that hospital, like just hiding out, or they were just preparing for an attack or something, a lot of the ready bags already had bulletproof vests, AK-47s, extra magazines. Some of them had bombs, grenades, all types of things, man. It's crazy, man. They really at war, though. This is what they do.
Contents of the bag are full military kit for one Hamas terrorist. A live grenade, ammunition, fighting vest with insignia, boots and of course uniforms, and last but not least, standard AK-47.
See, a standard AK-47. It's like when you become an apprentice. When I was an electrical apprentice, they gave me a beginner's bag. A beginner's bag that had electrical belt, that had some pliers, a couple of screwdrivers, the really small screwdriver, really small screwdriver, and a hammer and electrical tape. A hammer and electrical tape, a couple of screwdrivers, pliers, and I forgot what else was on that joint. So their beginner bag has an AK-47, uniform, extra magazines, and all those other things. So that's pretty thoughtful for the terrorists to have.
Inside the hospital, hidden in a secluded area, take a look at this door here. Blast-proof door, which is part of the clinic and part of the infrastructure of the hospital. Everything else looks like a hospital, only this part doesn't. Let's have a look at what we found inside the very same cabinet that houses medical equipment. You can see all kinds of standard military medical stuff. We found another go-to bag, this bag here. And again, we opened it up in order to make sure that it's safe to touch and show. So please don't give me any of that. You opened it up and you placed it there. This is the bag that we found, and this is the stuff that was in it. Now, there's insignia, military insignia, knife. For those of you who read Arabic, you'll be able to understand what it says here. But it's Hamas, the military wing, Kataib al-Qassam, of course a vest with equipment, and as always an AK-47, standard gear, grab and go, which they thought would be a good place to store inside a hospital.
Oh, well, these. So there you have it, folks. A whole bunch of stuff going on around the world. Hopefully you are thankful for where you are. You're appreciative of being safe right now. If God woke you up this morning and gave you another chance to move in the right direction and possibly use your gifts toward your purpose, because your purpose is not someone else's. But a lot of times we get talked into somebody else's purpose, and that's why we need to make sure that we're clear with our own communication between ourselves and God, because we will listen to somebody else who will just drag us out and take take us somewhere completely different from where we're supposed to be. So yeah, we are all blessed, but for some strange reason, it's kind of easy to manipulate us to get into a fight for somebody else or to be a part of something that we don't even have to be a part of. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to have hatred in your heart. All of that darkness will cease as soon as you start to introduce your body and your spirit to the light. And that's my take. So I know everybody don't believe in God. I know everybody don't believe in the Holy Spirit and a being that's bigger than us, a creator that created it all. Like they just think that all this just happened, bro. All this just happened. That makes more sense to people. All of this just happened, man. Birds, come on now. Birds just so happen to have wings. They probably, you know what I mean? I don't know birds. Birds are birds, you know? Foxes are foxes. Frogs are frogs. People are people. Who knows? But God, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk.